Hello guys, I'm Levi and today making another short video. This time I would like to talk about different metaphysical topics that cross different sectors of life, such as spirituality, scientific progress and politics, how they all converge with each other. The challenge with human belief systems and irrationality and the evolution of the world, the system design of the collective and how we can create a better society through higher wisdom. So reality is not one-dimensional in any way. There are infinite different ways this can be perceived, and they are all part of the one still. So when we look at what is happening in the spirituality scene, what is essentially wrong is that the positive side of the things, the archetypical energies, they are not really balanced because, the human collective is kind of waiting, or some part of human collective is kind of waiting something to happen by itself, and the problem with that is that it's not how life works, because those who do things will eventually lead to things, and when humans act as attachments to those systems, they fully don't understand meaning behind what is their role in it. The end result is that human 0, system 1. So as long as humans cling to systems which do not respect the inherent coding of the human being, as long there will be suffering of some sort. This is why it's really important to have in the positive path discernment, because even though we can look life purely from materialistic and scientific perspective and conclude nothing supernatural would exist, that's not still true, evidently, because all is one, and if we only treat one aspect of reality that can be experienced as the only one, as the only thing that matters, we are severely missing the other things. Thus, if I had to build vision for humanity about about where this is going and what is the most optimal way to change the direction towards a pleasing outcome. It's important to understand that, for example, the disclosure project does not fundamentally come from positive entities only. It has many negative aspects, and the negative aspects basically are about control and direction. So you kind of tie people to the vision and make them blind to their own inherent truth, and this is how the strings are pulled. And thus what human being should do is detach from the vision and instead create their own pathway with others, and that's where the real power is. So if I had to build a vision what I think would be good, it would be decentralized power, enlightened human beings, and higher consciousness. With those tools it's possible to pave completely new pathways for humanity. Because when we all talk about what will happen and so, somebody made them up as a plan, and when humans this is the grand problem, when humans are in social media, they are still using the platform of the enemy, because the algorithm is designed to entrap human mind and the consciousness inside of it. So even though humans feel there is a good information there, it's still cyclical, because it's not leading to creation of own plan or any new pathway, so to speak, any new conscious expansion. It's just recycling bullshit, and this is where the power of human mind and consciousness with others comes to create power. Because when you control your own narrative about life, you decide. You have you basically own the power to reality. You become the one with the plan, and thus the real contact with positive, loving other species could actually happen. And the funny thing about disclosure, about the word itself, is that it assumes it's like we are like we forget that it's term we made up, or the elites, and it assumes it's a funny word, because it's like we are dealing with other intelligent species, we don't even know what or who, and we have defined them as like object. So instead, if we raise our own vibration and mental side of the things to a degree where we are no longer these, or let's say it positive way first, we are united, one, and sovereign. There is then much better likelihood that any other intelligent species would like to contact us, and the civilization would transform the collective consciousness. So it's all about the collective consciousness and driving it. There is so much focus on the bad and wrong stuff. It's not mentally really useful, because the assumption there is oftentimes that if we just like solve this bad thing, we would automatically have the good answer. But instead we should think it like, what are the main practices we don't do yet that lead to good outcome, where we are giving the power away. In my opinion, we can all, I can state where people are giving the power away, but whether or not that is the message I want to give, whether that inspires people, there is the discernment, is that not all information is useful always in the moment, and the main goal would be to level up human mind and consciousness physically and mentally and spiritually in order to advance further, whereas those who serve the self alone, taking from others, they try to bring it down. So the main pathway to follow always and think about is that, is this information leveling me up or down? Is this advancing me further into positive side, or is this making me scared? Is this making me small, invisible? All of these things. And we are most vulnerable when we feel weak, and then we just grab anything because we kind of feel like better than nothing, and that's where the problem is that we believe the hurry. We believe that Earth is in some kind of like hurry. And of course, this is one part of the story, one part of the perspective. Many other perspectives exist too. And this is why it's important to kind of have rationality with the beliefs, that the beliefs don't start to override your rationality because you are too eager to believe things. This is kind of really the culmination which would enable humans to have that higher base consciousness, and then they could not be manipulated that easily, because the social media aspect really dumps down the human being. think we are free to express ourselves, but who really is examining their own self to a degree where they understand what they are giving and expressing is really important, because the collective mind, your mind energetically taps into different kinds of systems, and those systems dictate a lot of your mental side of the things, what you believe and perceive. And this is where the freedom is needed, and consciousness to understand and see things for what they are and remain grounded. No drama, no headlines, just being, and through that a lot of great things can happen when that can be expanded further to other people's lives too. And yeah, that's the message I have this time.